You can't walk very far in these parts without being greeted with a War Eagle. And boy, do they hope it will be a joyous one today. Welcome to Jordan-Hare Stadium and the home of the Auburn Tigers. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one. Will kick off to get us underway. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Georgia's offense will start this game off. This rivalry is intense, guys, but with all of the connections between the two, it's more like a family feud more so than a bitter war.
And for example, about the connections, Reese, how about Vince Dooley, longtime Georgia coach? He went to Auburn. How about great player Pat Dye, All-American at Georgia? Coaches at Auburn, the connections are real, the rivalry is real.
He's right on target. He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. He leaves it with his back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Power football with the run. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. From the gun, the ground game. Discards a man. The Bulldogs pulled one out of the fire and beat Auburn in a close one the last time these two met.
Yeah, it was a really good one in the Deep South's oldest rivalry. We've seen so many great games in this matchup, and that was one of them. But Georgia came away with it, and Auburn got to think about that for a whole year.
It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. An attitude run as he's dragged down after a pickup of 6 down to the 14. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll do it himself. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He's got it on the move. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. This defense backed up, goal to go, and the crowd's giving them some juice. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Johns. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. You can hear yourself think on third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Defense was a little anxious there, got caught offside, so penalty will be declined and give him the touchdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Tigers' offense has its first opportunity of the day. You know, David, both of these teams have a strong safety that can support the run and also disruptive in the passing game.
I mean, it's just so nice to have a guy that's so physical, like a linebacker, but also can play like a DB. These guys are really revolutionizing defenses.
They hit people, too. They are heat-seeking missiles. Nobody wants to run over the middle of the field against these guys.
Auburn to the line in a hurry. Guys, only Minnesota and Wisconsin have played more often than Auburn and Georgia. This rivalry is rich in tradition.
And you're right, Reese. This goes back to 1892. A long time. This game has been heated. You know a bunch of the names, a bunch of the storylines. And speaking of storylines, how about the mascot for Georgia? Literally trying to bite an Auburn wide receiver. That's how real this rivalry is.
He's got an open man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They'll give it on the counter. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it. He has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. From the gun, running back on the move. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. And now on 3rd down after that last run. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Never a doubt.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. The run from the shotgun. Made a defender miss. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the chains for the 1st down. Gets it out fast. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. They move the tight end all over. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Safe completion on the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a 1st down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. The Bulldogs are on the move. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll test the right side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. Using the quick game. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. They're working that left side. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field, when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Georgia. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Oregon is ahead early right now, but years past they've had Michael James or Joey Harrington. They don't have that guy this year, and that's why this is tight. They're up by just 2 over Indiana. Quick strike complete. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll run play action. Catch in the middle. It's Roach. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. The Tigers in the hurry-up.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I need to throw this ball hard. I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Stopped after making the catch. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Looking to throw it again. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 51 yards out. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The inside handoff. Open space at the 25. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. got his man out of the backfield. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. Wants to throw on second down. A little screen to the running back. And the ball's free in the backfield. And the ball goes out of bounds. They'll maintain possession, but it'll be marked for no gain. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. Late hit on the quarterback gives this offense a free first down and some yardage. Wide out in motion. To the air on first down. Got it set up on the outside. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. After that last completion, it's second down. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Third and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. The Dogs are moving quickly down the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. The Tigers bringing the heat the way Andre Bruce did back in the day.
And they just find those big, nasty, strong, physical guys that can eat up the line of scrimmage and get after quarterbacks. It's one of the staples of these Auburn teams all throughout the years.
After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On second down, he'll let it fly. They're setting up the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. And the Dogs will have it 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Wide open downfield. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal for this offense. Tries again to get it in. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. On second down, looking to throw. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Bulldogs! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they can go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David, and see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that, dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously, not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
Going up top on first down. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. He's looking to throw. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. And the quarterback is snowed under. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the returner will be brought down. Line gets set, first down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Complete to the left. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
At the pace this guy's going at right now, this could be a record-setting type day. This could be a game for the ages for this dude. He already has 2 touchdowns, picks up that first down. This is still the first half, guys. What is this guy capable of doing the rest of the game? We're going to find out.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. He's going to pass. Feeling some heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Complete in the middle. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Comes out throwing on first down. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Men, all the tradition and bad blood between these programs, it's all kind of come to a boil today in a spirited first half in this battle between the Tigers and Dogs. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to 2 of the best receiving corps in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Auburn and Georgia plays out.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. The Tigers are in the hurry-up. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Floats it out in space. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And he muffs it, a loose football. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? Looking to go up top on first down. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Makes the grab on the left. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Bob.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got it on the left. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Auburn! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field, throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
Ready to try the point after. And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. USC found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat, something this program has done time and time again inside the Coliseum. Fight on, and the men of Troy will do just that. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good... He's going to let one fly down the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Takes it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time, Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete. Auburn sends out the punting unit. They'll look to pin him deep. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin him back deep in their own end. Fair catch called for and made. 1st down for this offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. That pass is incomplete. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. He's looking to throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
Georgia sends out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Kicks it high and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Auburn lines up quickly.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good, build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. And he's got it at the 30. Touchdown, Tigers. A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this and running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
So close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. A high kick trying to pin them deep. He'll call for the fair catch here. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. This is a game of swings and momentum, and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all three phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
They'll throw it on first down. Got his man quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long, this one from the 44. They'll try to pop the draw. At the 45 on his way. Turns it on down the left side. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. That celebration turned sour quickly after they saw that flag, and it wiped out the big play and the touchdown. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. He was hoping for that interception return for the touchdown, but he's brought down at the 27.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Couldn't order better field position for this offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Then the short completion brings up 2nd down. Throws for the tight end. Makes the grab. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He wants to throw it again. He's got him this time. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. What a snag by the defense.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Swings it out to the flat. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Auburn lines up quickly.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. He's got it on the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. From the gun. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. Offense in an empty set. fighting off the defender. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. They'll throw it on 1st down. And the pass falls incomplete. That's how we'll wrap up the 3rd quarter of play. But now, time for the 4th quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Fires to the tight end. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. The great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. It's caught. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Auburn to the line in a hurry. He'll just keep slinging it. Keeps looking downfield. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. They get to the line quickly. Quick completion on the out. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. He'll pull it down and run. No fear from this freshman quarterback as he picks up the first down himself. Auburn doing business in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Unleashes one deep. It's incomplete and nearly intercepted in the end zone. You get the ball that close, you cannot put it in harm's way. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, That is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. All tied up here in the 4th quarter.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short. Here's the handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. He'll have the 1st down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he's stopped. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Gets it out quickly. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Trying play action. Getting some heat. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Working on the right. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. And the Bulldogs are on the move. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense getting set for 1st down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Off play action on 1st down. Looking for a deep man. Brings it down on the right side. Touchdown, Georgia! They move on top here in the 4th. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point.
Fellas, few matchups need as little explanation as to just how intense as they are as LSU and Alabama, and we've got the latest. Alabama was able to come away with the victory, but it was not the type of dominant win we've seen over the years. Roll Tide, sure, but this one lacked any real style points. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Auburn lines up quickly. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. Tempo and overdrive.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, uh-oh, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
The back goes in motion. He wants to pass it on second down. A little release to the back. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he was knocked down immediately, short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. Motion from the offense. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Finds his man, and they convert. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Forced out of the pocket. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Looking to move it through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lindsey. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. Lets it fly. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, running back gets to give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the #1 thing. Avoid disaster here. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. The give out of the gun. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun. Give on the inside. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. They say every game counts the same in the standings, and that is true, but there are some games that no matter what the coaches say, they just mean a little more, and they hurt a little more if you lose.
They do, and that's a fact, and every player will tell you that. There are some games that are highlighted before the season that this game matters more, and it's not that the other ones don't matter. It's just that the hate runs so deep for some of these rivalries and some of these kids that grew up across the street from each other that went to different schools, Jesse. You can feel it.
David, you're absolutely right. And I wonder, because it was a rivalry game, did the losing team get a little overhyped? It just looked like they were pressing too much in this football game. They made too many uncharacteristic mistakes, and as a result, they take the L.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.